Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Day of the Tentacle, grabbing the Chef achievement. This is to play the original Maniac Mansion, as well as place the hamster in the microwave in said game. So this can be done when you are playing as Bertram. Head up to the third floor and make sure you enter the room on the right. This is where you are going to get the stamp as well as the hamster for this game. Make sure you interact with the computer and use the use command on it. That should start up a version of the original Maniac Mansion. Make sure you hit start, and that should start the game up. You should be given an achievement for finding this little Easter egg called Games History Major. It's going to be for 15 gamer score, but there's actually another achievement that takes place in the middle of the game. So which one of these you want to make sure you start out by picking your characters. Now, to get this achievement, what you have to do is you have to make sure you pick Razor and Sid. So that's going to be the girl second from the right and then the guy second from the left. After you've done so, hit start and that should play out the opening cutscene. Make sure you let that run, and then once you get control of your characters, it's time to actually get the gameplay started. So you should start out by controlling the first character, who's going to be Dave. Which one of these you want to make sure you move him over to the left and keep moving him left till you get to the front door of the mansion. Now, to unlock the mansion, you are going to need the key. To find the key, it's going to be under the mat, so make sure you switch to the pickup command. Pick up on the doormat, and that should lift it up. Then you want to use the pickup command on the key, which should add it to your inventory. Once you have the key, make sure you go over to the use command, and then make sure you select the key in your inventory. Once you have it selected, make sure you use it on the front door, and that should unlock it, giving you access to the actual mansion. Once inside, you are going to want to head into the door that's going to be the closest to you, which is going to be to the right of the grandfather clock. You are going to have to use the open command to get it open, and then you want to make sure you walk on through. This should put you in the kitchen. Make your way to the right, and then eventually you should stumble across this old lady once you pass the refrigerator. She should come attack you, and then basically what's going to happen is you are going to end up being locked in the dungeon. Let the rest of the cutscene play out, but the most important thing is to make sure that you get the old lady out of the kitchen. Then what you have to do is you have to make sure you swap your character, so click New Kid, and then I recommend swapping over to Razor. So once you switch over to her, just make sure you head back to the mansion, so just walk left. The door should stay unlocked so you can head on inside, and then head into the kitchen. Now that the old lady is out of the way, we can have free passage, so just make sure you continue all the way to the right, and then head into the next room, which is going to be the dining room. Every time you come across the door, make sure you use the open command. It's a little frustrating, but unfortunately you have to do it. Around the time you enter the dining room, you should get this cutscene. Just make sure you let it play out. It has no real bearing on our current situation, so just let it wrap up and then just continue going to the right. So just make sure you keep heading past the dining room table until you hit a door. Once you hit said door, make sure you use the open command on it, and then this should give you access to the pantry. Once inside, what you want to do is you want to make sure you use the pickup command on these three colorful bottles on the bottommost shelf. These are going to be the fruit drinks. This is going to be the first item that we need to get past the major obstacle of this playthrough. Once in hand, make sure you continue to the left and then head back the way you came. So cut through the dining room and the kitchen until you're back in the main hall right here. Then you want to take the stairs up, and then once you are on the landing, make sure you hang a left and then head into the first door you see. Once in here, you are going to grab the second item we need, which is going to be this bowl of fruit on the bottom left corner of the screen. Now, with both items in hand, we are going to head back out onto the landing, and then we are going to head through the steel door. Once in here, make sure you continue to the right until you get to a staircase. Once you see the staircase, make sure you head upstairs, and that's going to put us on the third floor. Once up here, you're going to have to pacify the green tentacle in order to get past him. To do that, what you have to do is you have to make sure you give him some food and something to drink. So give him the bowl of wax fruit, and then give him the fruit drinks, and then he should let you pass. Once he's on his merry way, just continue to the left and then take the stairs up. That should put you on the fourth floor. What you want to do is you want to make sure you open and head into the door that's closest to you. Once you are here, I highly recommend making a save because this next part is going to be a little tricky, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So hit start and then go to save game and just save in slot 1, B button to back out, and then go to resume. Then once you are back in your game, make sure you swap to the third and final character, who is going to be Sid in this situation. Once you make the swap over to Sid, make sure you make your way to the front door of the mansion, so just keep heading left until you hit up the front door. Then once you are here, make sure you use the use command on this dot thing on the left door, which is going to be a doorbell. That should ring the door, and then this cutscene is going to play out where Mr. Ed is going to head downstairs to answer the door. Now, once he leaves and this cutscene ends, you are going to be back in control of Sid. Make sure you use the new kid command and switch back to Razor. Then what you need to do is you need to make sure you count in your head about 10 to 15 seconds or so, which is going to be the time it takes Dr. Ed to walk past your doorway and head down to the floor underneath you. Once you feel safe enough to leave, make sure you leave, and you want to quickly sprint over to the third door. So you want to go 2 doors over and then quickly open this door. You should get a cutscene while doing this where Dr. Ed has made it to the front door to yell at the other character. So this is going to be your cue to hurry up. You have until he gets back up the stairs. So quickly open up the door and then make sure you head on inside. Once in here, quickly use the pickup command and then use it on the hamster who's going to be in the cage right here. Once you have the hamster, make sure you quickly leave back in the hallway and you want to sprint back to that first door where we came from. Head on inside and make sure you once again count about 10 to 15 seconds or so. You basically want to wait until Dr. Ed makes it back to his room. So try to be a little patient here. Give it as much time as you want. There's no real time limit to when he comes back because once he's inside his room, you should be good for the rest of the run. Once the coast is clear, make sure you head back outside and you want to make sure you head all the way back down to the bottom floor. So just make sure you take the stairs down. Once on the bottom floor, head back into the kitchen, which is going to be that one door from earlier. Then what you want to do is you want to head over to the microwave, which is directly above the stove. Use the open command on it, and then you want to use the use command on the hamster in your inventory. Pop the hamster in the microwave, then use the close command on the microwave to close the door. Then finally use the turn on command to turn on the microwave. That should microwave the hamster, which is going to end up giving you this cool Easter egg where it pops. And then once it does, you should be good for your achievement. There it is. It's going to be for 15 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.